I wonder what comes to your mind when you hear the word peace. Is it something like this? Maybe it's something like this. Or something like this. A lot of times when we hear the word peace, there's an image or a place or a person, but something comes to our minds. Today we're going to be talking about peace. We're going to be talking about being a peacemaker. So if you'll join me in Matthew chapter 5, verse 9. Pastor Blaine has been speaking and preaching, going through the Beatitudes with us, and we're going to continue that this week, leading up to his message. So verse 9, it says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God." And that is what we're going to dig into. So when Jesus says this, he's not telling us how to be a son of God. He is saying that sons of God are peacemakers. And we read in John 1:12, if you want to go look up that later, that is how we know we are sons of God. That is how we can become a son of God or a daughter of God. If you have something to write down something, I want you to write this down, okay? I want you to write down, Jesus made peace. So how many of you guys have ever been told that you look like your parents, you look like your mom or your dad? Well, just like that, in the same way, when you are a peacemaker, you resemble God, you resemble Christ's likeness, because God is the author of all peace. He is a God of peace. And so just like when you're told that you have eyes like your mom or a smile like your dad, when you are a peacemaker, you are resembling your Father, God. See, peace is not this absence of fighting or this end to evil or even this state of good, of harmony. That's not peace. That's not what being a peacemaker is. And I want you to write this down real quick. So this verse, this blessed are the peacemakers verse, it's not about those who live in peace. It's about those who bring peace, because Jesus brought peace. God will bring peace. Jesus is going to be the Prince of Peace when he comes back. So it's not about people who live in peace and live in this harmony. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about people who bring peace, peacemakers. So last week we talked about being pure in heart. So we must understand that we have to be pure in order to be peaceable. We have to be pure in order to be peaceable. Like Pastor Blaine has said, these stack on top of one another. They go in harmony with one another. They go step by step. They grow with each other, right? And so you can't have one of these without the other one. So you can't bring peace without being pure in heart. And so you say, Cameron, what does that even mean for me to be a peacemaker? Well, let me tell you. It means when there's terrible things going on, when there's conflict, which there's going to be conflict in your life. Probably every single day there's conflict in your life. When there's conflict between people, your friends, people you're just around, you are called to be a peacemaker. If you've ever heard the terms of reconciliation, or you've heard the term of restoration, then we are called to reconcile and restore. And so the easiest way to do this, I'm telling you, the easiest way to do this is to be a reflection of God and to share the gospel. And so as we talked about last week, if you were with me, we talked about sharing the gospel a little bit. And so what does that mean? According to John 1:12, we are a child of God. And so when we are a peacemaker, That's when we're called a child of God. Not when we're a troublemaker, right? Yet we live day by day. We go to school, right? Wake up, go to school, come home, maybe do homework, probably get on our phones, most likely play video games, or just sit in our rooms. Whatever we do, most of the time we don't see Jesus until Wednesday or Sunday. That's not gonna work. That's not how it works. If we want to be peacemakers, if we want to show and reflect our Father God, then it's got to change. We've got to change. And so I want you to take a moment, and I just want you to kind of hash this out with your parents, or whoever you're with, your grandparents, your brother or sister. I want y'all to talk about what it means to be a peacemaker, maybe even in your home, what it means to be a peacemaker. As always, I love you guys. I can't wait to see you next week. There's going to be a huge announcement next week, so make sure you are with us next week as well. I hope you have an awesome week. I'm praying for you guys. And I will talk to you later. Peace.